students, welcome to my YouTube channel Educational Wings online classes. So last time we have discussed about the relationship between sociology and education. That is one thing we have discriminated, that is what is sociology of education and what is educational sociology. Generally, human being is a social animal. Man can never live without society, and anyone living without society is either a beast or a god. Last time we have discussed already. That means human being is a social animal. So apart from being educated and earning one's livelihood, apart from feeding one's empty stomach, one has to do something for the betterment of the society, because human being is brought up by the society. That's why one must have to do something for the betterment of the society. So in this context, we have already read what is sociology of education. So today's topic is sociology of education. Sociology of education, as we discussed earlier, sociology of education emphasis on solution to educational problems, solution to educational problems in a sociological manner. Sociological manner. That means, just think one problem. Suppose a student frequently remains inattentive in classes. That causes of inattention may be some sociological problems, that is several factors, that may be due to some family problems, emotional problems like this. That means some sociological problems are there. Solution to educational problem, that is inattentive, that to be solved in sociological manner. Today we shall read about nature of sociology. Nature of sociology of education. So, nature of sociology of education, as we discussed solution to educational problems in a sociological manner. From this definition, it is clear that explains. So, sociology of education explains sociological problem relating to education. Similarly, same thing that is clear from this definition that is given earlier. That means you can solve any problems relating to education in a sociological manner. Apart from this, it also explains how social process, it explains many social process to be involved in education. So this is all about the nature of sociology of education. Then let's start scope of sociology of education. Scope means area of study, and also it includes culture over upcoming generations, how to relate education with society, and so that our upcoming generation would rely upon education. So firstly, sociology provides education relating to various social institutions. Relating to various social institutions. Various social institutions you may include like family, peers group, society, education relating to various social institutions. Second thing, that is transmission of culture. Or that is called as cultural agency. Transmission of a culture, or that is included as cultural agencies. Cultural agencies, generally a human being is civilized and culturalized. What are the agencies? Cultural agencies that may include home, society, religious institutions, etc. Like this, several cultural agencies are there for the transmission of a culture. Okay, cultural agencies. These agencies are generally working for education. That means for transmission of culture from one generation to another generation. There needs to be transmission of culture. So these are called the cultural agencies for the transmission of culture. In aim of education, we have read education is an agency that makes one socialized, civilized and culturalized. So the next point is socialization education. Socialization of a child. We may just say child. Socialization of child. And another, some of the social agencies for the purpose of socialization. Some of the social agencies are there. Social agencies. Here we are reading about the scope, means area of study. So social agencies, this is clearly visible to you also. Social agencies like this, several social media, radio, television, newspaper, etc. These are the social agencies. Social agencies, several social thinkers. Here we are reading about the scope of socialization. Scope means area of study. Social thinkers. Just write down this point and against each point simply describe whatever the point indicates. Social agencies, then social thinkers. Just like as Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Sima Aurobindo, they are the social thinkers. Okay, social thinkers. Swami Vivekananda, like this, several social thinkers are there who work upon the sociology of education. That means for the socialization of the children from earlier stage. And scope of sociology of education, it also include role of school is the most important factor. Role of school. So school plays an important role for the transmission of culture or for the socialization of a child, because school, apart from home, school is the only institution where a child spends maximum time in school. So school plays an important role for the socialization of child. This is included under the scope of sociology. Another thing, it also provides scope of sociology. It also provides discrimination, to eradicate discrimination. Right now, that is a evil that is persisted in our society, that is social discrimination. Still now it prevails in our society. Discrimination on the ground of sex, religion, etc. Religion, these are the discrimination ground on which discriminations are being made. Previously, we have read about educational sociology and sociology of education. Some people think that educational sociology is same as that of sociology of education. But there are few differences between educational sociology and sociology of education. So let's read about difference between sociology of education and educational sociology. Difference between sociology of education and educational sociology. Write like this: educational sociology, sociology of education. Educational sociology and sociology of education. So educational sociology, it applies principle of sociology. Educational sociology applies principle of sociology in field of education. Principle of sociology in the field of education. Another thing we just left in the scope of education. Scope of education is there sociology of education or educational sociology. It applies principle of sociology in field of education. Especially educational sociology is helpful for curriculum construction or curriculum makers. It assists, educational sociology assists curriculum makers educational sociology assists curriculum maker in applying principles of sociology in field of education. Principle of sociology means, just think one, principle of sociology, that is sociological principles in the field of education. Sociological principles means, just think one, that is, previously I have already given an example, that is causes of inattentive emotional disturbance. Like this, several factors are there. Suppose some of the students, like while you are teaching inside a classroom, some of the students are there, they are making disturbance in classroom. So sociology, educational sociology, it helps to apply the principle of sociology, that means causes of disturbance. This could be applied in the field of education. Whereas sociology of education, it involves solution of sociological problem by education. Here education is applied for solving various sociological problems in our society. Education is applied, but here sociology is applied in education. That is the difference between educational sociology and sociology. As this applies the principle of sociology in field of education, so educational sociology enhances for better education. Whereas this one, it indicates education in sociology, individual experience of education is provided. That means what a person learns, whenever a person is brought up or educated, what a person learns about society, individual, that is individual experience is provided here. So these are the difference. Then let's learn uses of sociology of education. First point is it makes or it provides direction to educational policy maker. Previously I have already told about it. Provides direction. That means another thing is that sociology of education, it also enhance teacher for the better performance, that is classroom, proper classroom management. Proper classroom management by the teacher knows the principle of sociology so that teacher can identify the problems. So after identifying the problems, third thing is providing guidance. For the purpose of proper classroom management, teacher needs to know about sociological problems of his or her pupils, and after knowing the sociological problems, teacher has to provide proper guidance to students in order to recover that problem. So sociological problems recover can be done by this. So this is all about the uses of sociology of education. So next is socialization. Socialization means development of social behavior or socialization. Socialization means development of social behavior. And development of this social behavior is only possible through social interaction. Development of social behavior is only possible through social interaction. Socialization means change or development of social behavior, and that is possible through social interaction. So it can be said that socialization is the study of social interaction among the individuals. Socialization is the study of social interaction among the individuals. So then next is meaning of socialization. Meaning of socialization: as a child is born, it knows nothing, and that child is to be socialized according to the socially desirable manner. In every society there lies certain norms, and that norms is to be learnt by each and every child in order to attain the goal of the society or in order to adjust themselves with the society. A child must have to learn certain. So socialization means making the child, making or to train the child. What to train? To fit best to the society. Fit best with the society. So socialization means making the child or training the child to fit best with the society. For this purpose, several agencies are there. Several agencies are there working for the purpose of socialization. These agencies are there. Out of these agencies, family plays a crucial role in shaping a child for the socialization. First agency is family, school, peer group, friends are there, friend circles are there, also play peer group. Apart from this, religious institution, play important role in shaping a child. Then definition of socialization, definitions as given by several educationists. Firstly, according to Naturr, socialization means training or socialization is the process by which individual is adapted to his social environment or becomes adapted to its social environment or accepted by the society. So according to Naturr, socialization is the process of adopting society. Adopting society. According to Mahatma Gandhi, socialization means according to Mahatma Gandhi says that I value individual freedom, but you must not forget a man is essentially a social being, and socialization is the process of making social. According to Gandhiji, socialization is the process of making social being. Ross said growth of their capacity. Growth of capacity. These are the few definitions given by several educationists about society. Then next is process of socialization. Process of socialization. Socialization is the process of inheriting several social virtues. Inheriting and disseminating several social the process of inheriting and disseminating several social virtues or providing certain enriching an individual to enrich certain habits, skills, virtues is written previously, that is to enrich an individual with certain skills, habits. These skills and habits make an individual to lead his or her life further. After birth, every child is just like a clay mold, and we have to piece of clay is there, just like a child is like a piece of clay. We have to mold that child in a socially desirable manner or according to our needs. So it is written that from early childhood, after a child is given birth, a child is to be socialized, that is child socialization. This process of socialization plays a crucial role. This process of socialization of a child plays a crucial role in shaping the child according to the desirable manner. So a child knows nothing whenever it is given birth. Child acquires knowledge of language. Whatever the child knows, that is language, several skills is written previously. Language is considered under cognitive domain. Cognitive domain says knowledge, understanding, appreciation. Language. According to an educationist, just a minute. According to educationist Orville F. Bream, who described socialization as a lifelong process, it continues from birth and ends at death. Or burial, birth to burial, or cradle to cradle. Socialization process continues from cradle to cradle. Cradle to cradle. Sorry, cradle to cradle means jhulona. Cradle to cradle. It continues. It is a lifelong process. Socialization is of two types. One is primary socialization. Primary socialization. This type of socialization is especially meant for infants. Infants means 0 to 2 years. Infants. Socialization of infants. This is called as primary socialization. Primary socialization, here a person is brought up by the family, learns initially a small child learns nothing. Then the child learns language, cognitive skills. Learns language, cognitive skills from the society. Cognitive skill, I have already told you, knowledge, understanding, appreciation, attitude, aptitude. These are considered under cognitive skills. Besides, each and every society has certain norms. Each and every society has certain norms, that is social norms. Learning of learning of social norms, cognitive skills like this. This is called as primary socialization. It is especially made for infants from 0 to 2 years. Apart from this, a child doesn't know what is right or wrong. Knowledge of right or wrong, I have already told you, you know me also. A child doesn't know what will happen if it touches a piece of charcoal, burning charcoal or fire. A child doesn't know what will happen if it does, but it adheres. Whenever it touches the fire, it will recognize. That means it is wrong to touch a fire. So this is all these are done by direct or indirect observation. Direct and indirect observations, all these are done. This is about primary socialization. Then secondary socialization. According to Orville Dream, secondary socialization, it will occurs outside family. Outside family, these includes peer groups, school, society. Each society has certain norm. Each institution has also certain norm. Classroom includes classroom. Here, the child learns certain norms. So hence, it can be told that socialization can continue beyond family environment. Then characteristics of socialization. Characteristics of socialization. Socialization, previously we told that socialization is a continuous process or lifelong process. It continues from cradle to grave, birth to death. This is a lifelong process. So it can be continued from birth to death. It is doesn't depend upon time, place. Doesn't depend upon time. That means socialization, irrespective of time and place, everywhere the socialization can take place. That means depend upon time, place. Socialization has certain, it makes pupil to learn certain values, principles of society. It makes person to learn certain values and principles of society. Socialization makes a better individual. Like this. So all these were the characteristics of socialization. So this is all about today's topic. Next class we will read about several agencies of socialization. Agencies I have already told you these several agencies. Some formal agencies are there and some non-formal agencies are there. Formal agencies like that includes school, colleges, religious institutions. These are the formal agencies. Non-formal agencies, that means unknowingly, unconsciously. Non-formal agencies are the agencies where unconsciously a person learns some social norms unconsciously while attending a movie, while while attending any religious programs. At that time you conscious, unconsciously while walking along the road. These are the situations where unconsciously a person learns from the society. Apart from these several agencies, as family plays a crucial, family is the important agencies for socialization. Okay, these were all about the process of socialization. So thank you everybody.